Welcome to our channel, Fiction Wizard, a fantasy story explainer.
Solo Leveling, Episode 5, begins with the clear dungeon and the sun rises. All shadows collect the mana crystals. Many notifications appeared on the screen that was related to discovered items. The Demon Monarch's ring was found. Jinwoo wears this ring on his finger and thinks, with this ring, I've unlocked all the set effects. That's why Jinwoo's stats increased. Jinwoo holds the purified blood of the Demon King. This blood can be used as medicine after the addition of World Tree's Fragment and Spring Water. Now all three ingredients for the Holy Water of Life are collected, and it's time to craft the Holy Water of Life. The process of crafting is starting. Countdown starts. Jinwoo reads the notification. The success rate and the number of items crafted will depend on the crafter's intelligence stat. Jinwoo thinks, if I knew about this beforehand, I would have spent all my stats on intelligence. The countdowns are complete. A notification appeared, crafting successful. Jinwoo is full of excitement and happiness to do this. There are some ingredients used completely, and some are a little bit. The amount of using ingredients is fixed, and it only consumes the exact required amount. Jinwoo holds the Holy Water of Life. Jinwoo thinks, can this item cure my mother's illness? I want to go back to the hospital right away and check it out. There is Iron, who drags the dragon to Jinwoo. Jinwoo asks Iron, what's with you? Then Jinwoo commands Arise to Dragon to extract his shadow. The girl looks very surprised to see the summoning. Now, we saw a huge shadow dragon. Notification appeared to choose a name for the soldier. Jinwoo forgot the original name of the dragon and chose a new name, Kaisel. Kaisel Roar. Jinwoo thinks, if I want to leave the demon castle, do I have to go down the floors one by one? Essel says to Sung Jinwoo, there will be a banquet when we get back to my clan. I'm sure my father will be happy. Jinwoo says, don't I still have my quest rewards left? Jinwoo received a runestone shadow exchange and the title of Demon Hunter. Jinwoo holds the Shadow Exchange Stone and uses it. Now Jinwoo has the skill of Shadow Exchange level 1. What an unbelievable skill. No matter where my shadow soldiers are located, I can exchange locations with them. This is teleportation. Jinwoo says, great work everyone, and says to Essel, I am sorry, but you'll have to return to your clan by yourself. Jinwoo thinks Radis clan is located on the 80th floor. It's too far away to just go back to get rewarded. Jinwoo say goodbye to Essel. Essel says take care, while Jinwoo uses the Shadow Exchange skill and disappears. Due to the death of the dungeon boss, the interior of the dungeon will revert to its original. In the case of teleportation, a shadow soldier appears in front of Essel. Jinwoo teleported to a street. My neighborhood. I did exchange locations. Jinwoo called Kaisel and flew on it. The scene shifts to Hunters Association, where hunters discuss the ants of Jeju Island. The chairman thinks about previous raids and circumstances. The fact that the appearance of these ants is always changing is proof that they're evolving with each generation, and the lifetime of each generation is roughly a year. Chairman says, I'm still a bit bothered by the guard ants, but there are always a few guards protecting the boss monsters in highly ranked dungeons. What's the possibility of the ants returning to their nest earlier than expected? They'll be using a jamming signal, replied the hunter. To continue further explanation, these ants can communicate with each other using their special wavelength, and the Ruji plans on disturbing them with a jamming signal. Chairman thinks we'll only have to worry about the queen ant and her guards. Suddenly, Chairman stands up and turns back with a surprised face. Hunter asks, what's wrong, Chairman? The chairman replied, just now. You didn't sense it? The chairman says, have you still not been able to contact Hunter Sung Jinwoo? We're doing our best. There is a camp in which the White Guild Master and his friend Hyung drink, and both also sense that. Hyung, do you want to hear something funny? The White Guild Master says nope. The Guild Master, along with his sense of humor, Min Byung-gu, is a bit of a weird guy. He's the first S-rank hunter to retire with all 4 limbs intact. Not only is he the first, but he's also the only one. It's not like he was already rich in the first place. Hyung, are you going to go? Guildmaster replied, yeah. You saw how Unsuk Hyung died. Guildmaster, that's why I need to go. If we leave the ants alone, the entirety of Korea will end up meeting the same fate. I'm just adding a cool excuse since it's something I have to do anyway. Hyung replied, I refuse to go. I will never go. If you're here to convince me, I'm sorry. Guildmaster replied, no, I'm here to see you just in case. Since I don't know when I'll be able to see you again. Hyung, I'm preparing for my teaching certification exam. I plan on becoming an ordinary civil servant. Guildmaster asks you, with surprise. Hyung, do you know about Eugene Architecture's hinting at recruiting talented hunters to create their guild? I received a call. They offered me the Guildmaster position. Ever since I retired, it hasn't been just Eugene Architecture's. I've received countless sweet deals. Despite how I am, places where blood is spilled aren't meant for me. That's why I'm taking the teaching certification exam. After the Guildmaster stood up to go back, scene shifts to the hospital where Sung Jinwoo enters through the window. Jinwoo thinks she might not be able to swallow the holy water of life at all, and if she does, there's no guarantee that she'll be fine, but I've seen many miracles created by the system, stories that other people will never believe. It's all due to the system's power. It should be fine to trust it. Once more, Jinwoo poured the holy water into the mouth of his mother and closed his eyes. Please. Jinwoo sees the scar on his mother's neck. Jinwoo thinks about his childhood when he just wanted to wash his mother's hair. When Jinwoo poured boiling water on his mother's neck, Jinwoo crying because he thinks all fault is mine. The scar disappeared. Jinwoo thinks her color has returned, but why isn't she waking up? Jinwoo says, I only ever had one reason why I wanted to become stronger, so please, wake up. Please let me take over the burden you've been carrying, Mom. Please. The scene shifts to home, where Jinna doesn't concentrate on studying. Jinna walks outside for a break. Is it going to be summer soon? The air is warm. Scene shifts to the hospital, where Sung Jinwoo hears a voice. Is that you, Jinwoo? The mother wakes up. Ask how long I am asleep. Jinwoo replied for years with a deep breath. How's Jinna? Is she okay? Yeah, she's fine. Thank you, son. You kept your promise. Because I got sick. My son, it must have been difficult. Jinwoo crying. Yeah. The news of waking up a patient with eternal slumber spread in the hospital. The nurse says to the doctor that the patient's guardian wants to be discharged, and what should we do? The doctor replied because of its 4 years asleep, she wouldn't be able to walk. The nurse replied that the state of the patient was completely perfect, and she could even walk on her own. The doctor was shocked. The doctor says we must let the world know about this case. The nurse replied, I also explained the same thing to the guardian, but he's not an ordinary man. The doctor asked, the guardian? Nurse says, have you heard of Hunter Sung Jinwoo, who has recently become South Korea's 10th S-rank hunter? Doctor, we can't hold on to healthy patients in the hospital against their will. We should, of course, let her get discharged. Gina also reaches the hospital. Mother says, my daughter is all grown up. Gina crying, Mom. Gina hugs her mom. Sung Jinwoo thinks my efforts were not in vain. But while working as a hunter, I wonder if I distanced myself too much. We saw Jinwoo sitting on the bench in the park. Jinwoo holds his phone, which is unattended long time. There are a lot of missed calls. Jinwoo saw the news about Kaisel. Suddenly, the chairman calls. Hunter Sung Jinwoo, this is the association's Go Gunhee. Chairman, is there a problem? Have you not seen the news yet? Jinwoo is scared because he thinks it's about Kaisel. Chairman says, it's not about Kaisel. Jinwoo asks, what's the matter? Chairman says, come to me. The scene shifts to Hunters Association. The raid will begin in 4 days. We'll go to Jeju Island and eliminate those ants once and for all, and we need your help. Could you join us in this operation? Jinwoo thinks, normally, I would have agreed without hesitation since it's crawling with highly ranked monsters. Jinwoo thinks about his mother and sister. Suddenly, Jinwoo felt some strong magical energy. Chairman, is something wrong? Jinwoo replied, Oh, it's nothing. There seem to be hunters fighting somewhere nearby. Chairman hoo, you have a good sense, as expected, for you to detect them from this distance. Chairman further says S-rank hunters are currently warming up in the gym. Jinwoo, are you perhaps talking about S-rank hunters? Chairman, yes, since there are only 4 days left until the Jeju Island raid. Ruji Goto and his S-rank hunters are currently there as well. The scene shifts to the gym, where the White Tiger Guild's master warming up and his opponent is teasing him. The air is full of energy. Jinwoo sees all this from upward. Suddenly Hunter Choi also came here, and say it's been a while, Hunter Sung Jinwoo. The gossip started between these three. President Beak turns into a monster when he fights. So the rumors of his transformation ability are true? The people gathered over there. There are all S-rank hunters gathered. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Leave a comment below. Check out my other videos. Or let me know what you think in the comments.